People talk about systems and processes a lot and thinking it's the holy grail. Well, we've been there. Yes, it's important to know what you're doing and how you do it, but there's also a time and a place to embrace chaos, isn't there, John? We recently tore up all of our systems and processes and went, fuck it. Form follows function. We're smart guys. We trust our intuition. We're just going to do what we fancy and see what sticks, which then allowed us to cut away a load of shit from the old systems and processes because they were proven to be waste. One of the easiest ways you can get going with systems and processes, which are important, especially as your business grows, because you need to have some form of uniformity to be able to test. You don't want your salespeople, most importantly, winging it. You don't want your tech team winging it when setting up automations and whatnot. There is a time and a place for that structure. And if you have nothing, the easiest place to start is by just going on to like Lucidchart or Figma or just a pen and paper and just hand draw a business model almost in a way, and make sure you've got your traffic sources in there, so where you get your leads from, and then map the flow of activity and movement. So you get a lead. Where do they go next? Where do you push them to? So for us, it's social media and ads and whatnot, and they get pushed exclusively to and the podcast, and that all gets exclusively pushed to the books and the webinars that we do. So we've got a couple of boxes there. Social media, podcast, they go down to selling books and join the webinars. Then underneath that, there's the flow of movement down to daily emails. We've got Connor's list, we've got John's list, and we've got the membership site. There are nurture sequences. And then we have mapped out very clearly our sales mechanism. So all of that is trying to do is push people into triage. And this is where you get that funnel that people talk about. And then after triage is the sales presentations. And then we have the products and how they relate to each other. Once you've got that drawn out, ask yourself, you've identified at a very top view down all of the processes in your company, really. Now, your first thought shouldn't be to document them. No, it should be ask yourself, what can I get rid of? Where's the junk? What's the waste? If you want the boat to go faster, you need fewer passengers. You want as little junk activities in your business as possible. Keep doing that, keep documented, keep cutting. And then eventually when you get to a point where it's like, no, right, this is a nice lean business, then you can get to documenting. And don't overcomplicate it. We just use Google Docs to document our processes. Easy peasy. Don't laugh.
You love your documents, don't you?
They work.
I mean, one thing I was saying, it might sound like I'm contradicting Con here, but I'm not. But when we talk about this, or when I talk about to people about doing this, they will get stuck in the mud and do nothing because they don't know how to do it perfectly. Yeah. So my advice to them is, I like to tell stories. So when they built the Microsoft campus years ago, and they had a lot of grass and stuff, and they wanted to build paths between the buildings. And so the story goes, it might not be true, it might be true. It's a good story anyway. Bill Gates said, no, don't build any paths yet. Let's just see where people walk. So that's what they did. And then when, after a while, they'd scored the walks in the grass, that's when they put the paths down, because that's the people's preferred route. So if you're really stuck on it and you think, I don't know where to begin with funnel, I just don't know. Just document what you already do. Don't judge it. All right? Just document what people already do. That's your starting point. Then cut all the stuff out that Connor spoke about. But just because that gives you a benchmark. It gives you a metric of where you are now.
That's not even a contradiction. That's almost exactly what I said. You start with chaos. Chaos. Just seeing what you do.
Think Bill Gates. Now, I know Bill Gates has got some fundamental issues and people have got issues with him. Please don't shoot the messenger, okay? Even Adolf Hitler might have painted some decent pictures, I don't know. But that was a brilliant way to figure out how can we lay paths on this campus so people will stick to the paths.
There's a way.
And we all know, we've all been on places where there are shortcuts that people walk across the grass. Well, there should be a path there. Don't force people to stick to the path. Make the path where the people want to walk.
Yeah.
For the most part. When it comes to sales, there are reasons to change what you're doing and take a different path, but that's a different matter. just first document what you've already got.
Start with chaos, blank slate. If anyone's interested, I can post it into the membership group what ours looks like. It's very simple, very, very simple. But the main thing is getting rid of the junk, because every piece in your business should have a really clear purpose and a result that it's responsible for the most part. If it doesn't, you've really got to ask yourself, why is it there then, if there's no clear reason for it being there?